In this video, we'll be going over a few questions in the spring 2018 end of course assessment released items. And we're starting with question 18 and we'll go through question 20. So in question 18, we have the equation of a line. It's in standard form. And it says a dilation centered at the origin with a scale factor of 6 is applied to this line. What is the slope of the line after the dilation? And what is the value of the y-intercept of the line after the dilation? So really, what is the impact of a dilation of a scale factor of 6 on a line? Well, the first thing that makes sense is to rewrite this equation in slope-intercept form. Then we can see, since we're talking about slope and y-intercept, we can see those very clearly. And actually gone ahead and graphed this for you. You can use your calculator within the end of course assessment is the Desmos calculator. You can see how that looks initially. And when we're talking about dilations, we're talking about multiplying stretching things out, or even stretching them out by a different scale factor. So we have this point here as the y-intercept is 0, -5/3, and we would need to then multiply each of those, the x-coordinate and the y-coordinate, by 6, so that would give us 0, so -5/3 times 6 is, put that over 1, do a little cross reduce here, and we would get -10. So our new y-intercept would be -10. So, I'm sorry, yeah, y-intercept, so 0, -10 here. And we can see that if we are going up 2, so that would be at -2/3, and then +1/3. So we're over 1 and at +1/3. So we could say, similarly, if we were going to multiply each of these pieces by 6, we would have a new ordered pair of 6, 2. So that would be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Kind of mixing my colors up here. But let's go ahead and use green. I'm going to have to, let's see, we could count the slope. Let's just go ahead and count the slope. Stretch this out a little bit. So it goes, we've figured out our new y-intercept. We just have to figure out what occurs to the slope. So it goes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, up 12, and over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it goes up 12 over 6. My new slope is 12/6, which is simplified to 2. So interestingly enough, I know I didn't really connect those dots there. I've got a lot going on in here. A dilation affects the location of the points, but not the slope. So we're going to go ahead and fill in those answers. A asks for the new slope. It's still 2. And then the new point, the new y-intercept, is -10. Let's go ahead and look at question number 19, is testing our knowledge of transformations. So we have transformations here. To identify, triangle MNO is transformed to produce triangle PQR. Select all of the transformations that would guarantee the triangles MNO and PQR are congruent. So initially they were congruent. We want to make sure and maintain that congruence. The one thing we know is that a dilation does not maintain congruence within our geometric shape. So it cannot be A. B cannot be B. No other options involve a dilation, a reflection maintained shape, a rotation maintained shape, a translation maintained shape, or just shifting. All of these maintained. So the correct answer here would be C, D, and E. Now for our last question on this practice test. Rosa collects data on what students at her school like to eat at the movie theater. She asks a random sample of 120 students. 2 questions. Do you eat popcorn at the movie theater? And do you like to eat candy at the movie theater? Her data are partially shown on the table. Of the students she asks, 60% of those who like to eat popcorn also like to eat candy. So that's some key information I can fill in right away, because we know how many like to eat popcorn. 60% of those also like candy. So it's kind of a puzzle, filling in the blanks as we move forward. So I know 0.6, we can calculate that, or you can do it in your head. If we do it in our calculator, we've got 60% translates to a decimal 0.6 times 70. So no, 42 students like to eat candy. And that leaves us with 28, so 70 minus 28 that don't like to eat candy. So there's row 1, or sorry, column, that's actually column 2. This is finished. We can finish this final column as anytime we have 2 of the 3 values, we can finish it. So you can see things will pick up real quickly now that we have that whole column finished. So you do 120 minus 70 to fill in this blank is going to be 120 minus 70 is 50. And then we have 120 minus 62, and we get 58. Like candy total. And then we can subtract 58 minus 42 is 16. That don't like popcorn but do like candy. And then we can do 50 minus 16, which gives us 34, who don't like candy and don't like popcorn. And we should be able to add up 28 and 34 and be able to get 62, which is true. And that is the conclusion of that question, and also is the conclusion of this practice test.